Everyone, welcome back to Tom Thumb Review. As always, it's your host, Roland. So today, we've got some rather interesting choices. We've got some really neat new cracker and cheese, but also we've had some stuff we've had for a little while now. The Coca Cola with Coffee drinks. I'm not really looking forward to these because the last time that Coca-Cola did a coffee flavor, granted that was like 2006, 2000 time period, and it wasn't that great. So I've got a little bit of like history with Coca-Cola and coffee drinks. However, we're going to try it. The only thing that I was able to dig up on the research of this was that it released on my birthday on January 24th. So, there's that. However, okay, so let's get into this. So these, I don't think are actually going to be around much longer because of how horribly they've sold. But these are going to be $2.39 each. And then these are going to be $1.79 each as well. So let's get into this. I think I'm just going to have to break into it. I'm only going to be drinking one of these. But I'm going to go for the normal one. Just to try and break that, that memory. So it's Coca-Cola with coffee. Great Coca-Cola taste blended with rich, luxurious coffee. We will see about that. But, yeah, so before I get into this, so what essentially happened was that my brother and I were driving around, this was years and years ago, obviously, 2006, and he had a bunch of the original one, which is Coca-Cola Black, which I'll show here. In his car, and he asked me if I wanted a Coke, so I said sure, not knowing that it had coffee in it, and it was definitely an interesting taste, kind of like the Evolve drinks from a few weeks ago. I'm gonna still be ragging on those, but and essentially I did a spit take, and yeah. Anyway, so let's try this. Hopefully it's not nearly as bad. Granted, these are cold and that one was definitely warm, so that might be a major factor in there. It says that these need to be, like, they're preferred to be ice cold, even though coffee is meant to be warm, but whatever. Let's break into this. It smells the same. Okay. Doesn't seem to be like thick like most other coffee drinks. It's not nearly as bad. There's definitely a lot more Coca-Cola flavor into it, and it's just the aftertaste that's really coffee. I went in expecting something horrible for the views, but it's actually not that bad. I don't know how to feel about this. Interesting. That's where I'm going to leave it for now. Interesting. So let's break into these other ones. So we've got a Triscuit and Gouda and sharp cheddar cheese on these ones. These are like little tiny crackers and chips. You know, cheese and crackers kind of thing. I guess they're advertising that these are balanced breaks, so like something you have on a work break or something. Okay, come on. There we go. Ooh. So it's not like a mix of them. Mix like you sometimes see with Colby Jack. They're separate Gouda and cheddar, so I get to try multiple of these. So let's, it's just a tiny Triscuit. Everybody's had Triscuit. It's Sargento. They're persnickety cheese people. So the cheese is definitely good. I don't think I've ever had Gouda, so this is going to be an interesting experience. I love cheese, though. I've only ever met 2 cheeses that I didn't like. Or should I say, they didn't like me. I'm not a huge, massive fan of Triscuit, but these are not bad. So let's move that over here. Let's move on to, these are the Ritz and Pepper Jack and Colby. Pepper Jack would not be my first choice. Oh, so these are going to be 2 different types of cheese. But Pepper Jack would not be my personal first choice for one of these, for like a cheese and crackers kind of situation. But, experimenting and playing around a little bit. That's what, like, definitely the Colby Jack would definitely be something that I'd go for. But, bringing it out a little bit of the comfort zone. The tiny Ritz crackers that you get with the Ritz Bits. So let's try the Colby or the Pepper Jack to try and get this one out of the way. Not bad. The creaminess of the cheese and then the occasional bite of the pepper or whatever it is that makes the little bit of a bite there goes really well in this with these smaller Ritz crackers. There's something different about these small ones versus the regular ones, and it's probably just size and nostalgia, but they taste a little different than the normal ones. Let's bump over with the Colby Jack. Now that is how I do cheese and crackers. I typically use the Colby Jack and the Ritz crackers, personally, when I go for it. Okay. So, the Wheat Thins. I almost said there was a thing that my cousin used to say back when I used to hang out with him a lot back in high school. Wheat Thicks. And essentially he would do this, where he would take some cheese and stack it like 2 or 3 high and then cracker them together and call it a Wheat Thick. But he'd get his Pepsi and his Wheat Thicks. Anyway, so we got Wheat Thins and Monterey Jack and mild cheddar this time. So this one was hard cheddar, this one's the mild. Let's break into this one and we can be done. They're really sealed, these. Ooh, I can definitely smell that Monterey. Yeah, look at how thin that is. So let's start with the Monterey. That's a bit softer of a cheese that I would expect to work well with the wheat thins, but it works. I'm curious actually to see how these would flavor up, or these would match up, mixing the chips around and the different the crackers and the cheese. So now we're going into the mild cheddar. That one's a good combo with the thinness of the wheat thins and the cheddarness, I think that would be. I don't know how else to say it. It does match and pair really well there. So if I had to choose that, like the best and favorite one, that's definitely going to be the Ritz and the Monterey Jack. Then the, which one was it here? Then I'd go with the sharp cheddar and the Triscuit. Then the mild cheddar with the wheat thin. Next up would be the sharp cheddar with the. Sorry about that. I had a helicopter fly over, but so I would, not that it's bad, just that's how it's ranking, is that I would do the pepper jack and the Ritz second to last, and then last is the Monterey Jack and the wheat thin. Mostly because it just felt way too soft for the thin cracker. I'm sure it would match well better with the Ritz or the Triscuit over here. Probably, well, my favorite's going to be the Ritz, and that's what I would choose any day. But anyway, that's just my take on these. Let me know what you guys think. Give me a like if you thought the video was good, and just leave a comment, please. You know, just anything about the video. It doesn't even really have to be about the video, just because any comment and like helps. And if you think that I'm doing a good job, please give me a subscribe. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time.